I moved to Hollywood with $100 and a resume. Moving to a new city was scary at first, but I was hopeful for what was to come. I had my life planned out, but as the scriptures says, it is the Lord that orders our steps. It was one of those industry networking mixers. Low lighting, name tags, people pretending to have it all. I was standing near a casting board, scanning headshots pinned in perfect rows, when I felt someone beside me. I turned, and it was Marcus Hale. I knew his face before he even said his name. You don't forget someone whose name precedes them. I can tell you have potential, he said, like he had been observing me for a long time. You've got potential, but are you willingly to do what it takes? That caught me off guard. He handed me a card. No pitch, no further explanation, just a time and an address. Come tomorrow night, if you're serious. Then he walked off, just gone, like the moment in a movie meant to linger. In a city where dreams are currency and compromise is the price, one decision changes everything. The next night, I stood outside the address on the card. No sign, just a narrow building tucked between two production offices. Windows blacked out like something inside didn't want to be seen. For a second, I hesitated. Then I walked in. The studio was dim, too dim for something that called itself a coaching session. The lights hummed overhead, barely illuminating the space. Shadows stretched longer than they should have. 9 of us. Marcus Hale, watching everything. Jasmine, already comfortable, like she belonged. Leo, restless, eager to prove himself. Tasha, calculated, observant. Eric, quiet, scanning the room. Danielle, emotionally charged. Victor, experienced but tired. Nina, fearless, or pretending to be. And me. Marcus closed the door behind us. That sound, the click, felt louder than it should have. Tonight, he said slowly, pacing in front of us, we let loose. What starts as a class becomes something else. We began with standard exercises, scene work, emotional recall, improvisation. As Marcus ordered us on what to do, dig deeper, stop protecting yourself. You're still acting safe. Every note felt less like direction and more like pressure. Hours passed. Then he dimmed the lights further. That's when everything changed. Now, Marcus said, voice lower, slower. We go where most actors are too afraid to go. He paired people up, assigned scenes, but the instructions weren't just about performance anymore. Remove the barriers, no filters. Real connection requires vulnerability. The room went quiet. You could feel it, that shift, that invisible line being redrawn. Jasmine didn't hesitate. She leaned into it. Leo followed. One by one, people adjusted. Not because they wanted to, but because they saw the audition as a one-time opportunity. How far would you go if you thought everything depended on it? Then Marcus turned to me. You, he said, you've been holding back all night. I stepped forward slowly. I need you to let go, he continued, completely, no hesitation. That's the only way you'll break through. The room felt smaller, quieter, like everything was waiting on my answer. And in that moment, I understood something clearly. This wasn't about acting anymore. This was a test. I felt the tension in my chest, the thoughts rushing in. This is your chance. Don't mess this up. Everyone else is doing it. But beneath all of that, there was something stronger, a silent voice, conviction. I can go deeper emotionally, I said slowly, but I won't cross certain lines. Marcus stared at me, not angry, not surprised, just assessing. Then you're limiting yourself, he replied. Maybe, but I wasn't compromising who I was. Some doors open, only if you're willing to lose yourself. The energy shifted instantly. Eyes moved. People avoided looking at me. Marcus didn't argue. He just moved on, like he had already made his mind up. And just like that, I was no longer part of the focus. The rest of the session blurred. I felt like I was being judged by the rest of the casts. Outside, the night air hit different. Cool, clear. Jasmine caught up to me. Are you okay? She asked. Yes, I am relieved to be out of there. That was a little weird, do you not think so? In a world that demands everything, he chose to keep the one thing that mattered most. Weeks went by, no call from Marcus, no follow-up, nothing. For a moment, I wondered if that was it, if I had just walked away from the opportunity that could have changed everything. I decided I was going to start off small and build my way to the top instead of trying to take shortcuts. Eventually, God began to open doors for me. better environments, and directors who were genuine. It wasn't glamorous, but it was aligned. Looking back now, I understand something most people don't talk about in Hollywood. Not every opportunity is advancement. Some are just tests in disguise. If you love me, you will keep my commandments. John 14:15. No one can serve two masters, for either he will hate the one and love the other, or he will be devoted to the one and despise the other. You cannot serve God and money. Matthew 6:24. And he answered, You shall love the Lord your God with all your heart, and with all your soul, and with all your strength, and with all your mind, and your neighbor as yourself. Luke 10:27. Staying true to your morals may cost opportunities, relationships, and temporary success, but compromising your values costs something far greater, your identity. The story teaches that going against the grain is never easy. People may criticize, isolate, or doubt those who refuse to conform. Yet, true fulfillment comes from knowing your voice, principles, and purpose were never sacrificed for acceptance. In the end, authenticity outlasts popularity, and respect earned through honesty carries more weight than fame built on compromise. Real strength is not in fitting in, it's in having the courage to stand alone when necessary.